Oh, Canada.
Canada is a huge country, and each community has its own unique needs and interests. To serve us most effectively, our government is split into 3 levels, and each has its own elected representatives. Federal, which is responsible for the entire country. Provincial or territorial, responsible for the province or territory. And local or municipal, which represents your city or town. Elected representatives are responsible for proposing, studying, debating, and voting on bills, which are potential laws. Elected representatives also spend their time meeting with their constituents to discuss their concerns and to provide guidance and advice relating to government services. The federal government handles all matters of national and international concern, such as national defense, foreign affairs, fisheries and oceans, currency, criminal law, and public safety. It is led by the Prime Minister, who works with federal elected representatives from across Canada called Members of Parliament, or MPs. MPs gather to debate legislation and political decisions in the House of Commons in Ottawa. Next is the provincial government, which is responsible for more regional issues, like education, healthcare, natural resources, and transportation and highways. The provincial or territorial government is led by the Premier, who makes decisions based on input from provincial elected representatives. Depending on where you live, these elected representatives are known as members of the Legislative Assembly, members of provincial parliament, members of the National Assembly, or members of the House of Assembly. They meet at their respective provincial or territorial legislature. Finally, there are local or municipal governments, who represent the interests of cities, towns, and villages. They receive their powers from the province or territory, and they are responsible for local matters such as waste removal, libraries, transportation systems, and parks and recreation. Their leader is typically called a mayor, and they meet with council members to make decisions for their communities. Many parts of your life are impacted by the various levels of government on an everyday basis.